to the show that never ends. We are here, Tier 4. It is live, and we are ready to go down under in Australia for the final time this week. I'm joined, of course, it is the favourite, it is the two-side twosome. It is, of course, Morgan Stubbs joining me. Good evening.
G'day, mate. How's it going?
Crikey, mate, it's going fantastic. I think we're going to stop there already.
Couldn't even resist it even 30 seconds into the stream.
No, I have to open with it. As well. And we, of course, are not alone this evening. We have got the one, the only. It's Mr. Night Shadow.
Woohoo! I was about to say I tried that Australian accent. I tried. I failed miserably. G'day and welcome down under, folks.
We're going to have ourselves a scorcher.
Scorcher.
What's the weather looking like, Braveheart?
Oh, the weather is going to be dry for the whole thing.
Oh,
fantastic.
Not even a drop of rain. That usually makes this way more fun.
No?
I know. Nope, no rain. So,
good. So, scorcher down under. We are going to have got a few drivers out on track on mediums, getting a sighter in. We're on board with Melvin, who has dropped in again. Let's have a look. He's got a little bit snaky early on in his outlap. Bergen's out on the chat, joining us already. Good to see him. Difficult race for him last time out, but did well. Joining us.
Yeah, obviously, Bergen's got tons of experience this week. He's drove in Tier 2 as well, so...
I know, it's quite frustrating when he does, because he's quick.
Too quick.
Yes, a little bit. Yeah, it's going to shape up for, well, potential, obviously. If he keeps up going what he's going to do, I'm sure he'll be in Tier 2 next season. And then who out of the Tier 4 guys are going to step up and take his spot? That's a killer question, isn't it?
Melvin.
Yes. Okay, who else? Shall we have?
Vince. Melvin and Vince Vaughn.
Good shouts between them.
The Banshee has spoken.
Yes.
He has. He certainly has. There's the predictions there, folks. The bookies' favourites.
I was going to say, I might go as far as saying the Braveheart Alpine Prost Peugeot's team might win the Constructors.
Nah, Rangers F1 can't do that.
No, they don't win anything.
Oh, that's going to be strange now. You can actually say it and you get a reaction. How you say that? So a few late stand-ins as well this evening, folks, that we're going to bring to you. One of note, of course, is our very own Nico Hulkenberg at his Red Car Rambo. He's there.
The super sub himself.
The super sub, indeed. If Nico Hulkenberg was, what was it, 4'2"?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then. So we've also got Phone Range. He's in the pits at the moment. New driver, out on a lap, actually doing his fast lap. He's stepped in the Alpha. We'll stick with him, see how he gets on. To take two bites at the cherry, that one's a little bit wide and invalidates in the middle of Sector 2. Not an ideal start on those medium tyres.
Melvin puts his lap in at a 24/7. Really good lap on those mediums.
That's a heck of a good opener. Really good opener. Let's have a look at the drivers out on the soft tyres. It's a heck of a mix through the field. Chelsea coming through, has got a little bit of traffic. AlphaTauri ahead, maybe trying to start his lap, maybe got hampered. But he's going to get a bit of a drag down the straight, and he crosses the line with a 1:24.4. Goes fastest on that. I can't help but think he did get hampered a little bit.
Yeah, obviously a bit of time to make up then if he's been blocked a bit on that lap, but with plenty of time left in the session, I'm sure we'll come and put some fresh booties on and go out again.
Yeah, certainly will. Certainly will. Let's have a look who else. So we've got Mindful Wasp out on his run. Let's have a look at the standings. See how we face going into this. Not many left of the season, so it's starting to get a little bit bunched up in the midfield, especially. We've got Melvin clearing off in the distance.
He must be concentrating. The Banshee himself's on a lap.
Yes, and we'll let him get on with it.
He doesn't get quiet very often, so he must be concentrating really hard.
Do you know, it's the shadows that are putting me off tonight. I hate these shadows.
It is very difficult, isn't it? It does look tricky out there. It's just you just lose that breaking point, and you lose all kind of everything you know of the track. TJ has invalidated his lap. He crosses the line. Looks like he's going to go again. As our very own Braveheart. Goes through the second sector. How's the split times looking? 51.7.
Into the other DRS zone.
Yeah, keeping well away from those curbs in 11 and 12. We've seen many race-ending incidents through there, so does well to keep off that. 13 into Stewart of 14 and 15. Oh, good little drift. And then 15 of Prost. And then last corner. Difficult to get right, can very easily understeer and then tries to get the drive towards the line. How's the lap time looking? Looks pretty solid. He goes 5th on the mediums. Good lap, Mr. Banshee.
I don't know that. This track is so slippery. It's ridiculous.
It's that, and the mediums just don't feel that great around this track.
No.
Yeah,
no,
I noticed Chris said he liked them. I'm kind of with you, I must admit, Morgan. It is very, very slippery, especially early on. The track really needs to rubber in. It's one of those where it will go from absolutely fantastic to terrible, and vice versa.
Yeah, and as we've seen, obviously, in the other tiers, the safety cars, once these tyres get cold, they're actually pretty difficult to warm back up around this track, I think.
Yeah, they are. Oh, Spurs might get very, very wrong through 11 and 12. He's invalidating and had to abort on the soft tyres as well. Let's have a look at the Ferrari of Vince Vaughn. He's on an outlap. So who else have we got? There's now Mindful pops it up there. A second quicker than Chelsea. Wow.
It's laying down the gauntlet now.
He certainly is. He's had enough messing. Ready to get on with it.
He's another really good driver in this league, though. And obviously, he only came into a full-time seat after, I think, about race 2 or 3, so...
He did. He was reserve as well in Tier 3 and raced a couple of times, I do believe. And showed good promise. So it's good to see him with a full-time seat, and he's doing himself proud, I think, personally.
What do you reckon, Banshee? You reckon you can find those 3 seconds to beat him?
The 3 seconds. Well, that's going to be tough. That is going to be tough.
I think it's one that's because, as we mentioned, when the tyres rubber in and the track rubber gets laid on the track, that I think the time will just naturally be there.
Yeah.
As we found, especially for yourself, Mark, during the race, you don't want to be doing too many quali runs because the softs, they're definitely needed around here, especially once the safety cars roll in.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, they do start to go off. I think about 12 laps is really at a push for the soft tyres. 11, 12 laps. I think a few drivers try the one stop, and you're right, because the tyres do just drop away very, very quickly around here.
Yeah, and I mean, with how many people we've seen being taken out by this track, you need as many sets of tyres as possible for those really important strategy changes.
Exactly, yeah. How many finishes we had in T3 again? We've had...
40, did we have 15, I think? We lost 5.
Let's see, pretty... So, on that basis... Oh, Roundy pops in a 22s now in the McLaren. Soft tyre run from him, but a great, great lap. Time's now starting to tumble. Who else have we got on a fast lap? We've got E17. He's about to cross the line. He goes third, 24.3 from him.
Some great laps coming in here.
They are, certainly are. Phones for you. He's now gone to 12. On the mediums, with 4 laps on those mediums.
Roundy went half a second quicker than Mindful Wasp in the final sector alone.
Wow. So that would signal quite a bit of downforce, you would say, through there.
But then it's always a difficult one because obviously it's running through that 11 and 12 chicane, which we know can catch you out. So yeah, good downforce to get him through there.
It is, yeah. We've just seen Mizo had to back out of his lap. I think he got hampered by the car in front a little bit. Sorry, have you seen Martin's comment? Yeah.
Is that another inappropriate one?
No, well, depends how you take it, to be fair. I quite like it, to be fair. Yeah, we're going to keep quiet on that one for your sake.
Wow.
I think.
As if we're bringing out that old name. Just doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, a new man has arrived.
Modge died seasons ago.
So Chelsea's fastest in the speed traps, 196 miles an hour. Roundy was 11th. So he's definitely got, but he's definitely got more downforce by the looks of things. Rob Smith's thirds.
And it's one of those, I think, one of those tracks that if you get the flow and if you get the traction, the speed will come because you're carrying more speed. So it's that trade-off that you were looking at Paulo Costa as well in the other McLaren. He looks to have quite a good bit of grip through that sector 1. There's a 27.7 through the first sector. Keep following him round. Keeps it nice and clean. Through 10.
It seems super busy on this track at the minute.
It is, isn't it? And, I mean, luckily Paulo Costa's got clear run ahead of him. Oh, and he's invalidated in turn 11, just took too much of the curb. Oh, no. Oh, it was looking quite a solid lap as well, to be honest. That car looks to be running really well, has a lot of front end on it as well, which I think that is so important around here.
Yeah. He was only half a second down on Roundy's time at the end of Sector 2.
Wow. So that would have been fantastic. That would have put him up probably, even if he lost a bit of time, he could be looking at top 3 potentially. But who else have we got on track? Let's see, get some action going. Rob Smith, if that time's right, he's 7/10 up on his previous lap, but he's got a little bit of traffic coming through the final sector. Is it going to get out the way through Stewart into Prost, the 15? Is that car? Oh, he's been hampered. He has. The Haas was starting his lap and now dives in the pits as well. Oh, Rob Smith's going to be furious with that. Does he still manage to improve on his lap time? He doesn't. He lost all of the lap time in that last sector. Back Mizo and E17 have popped up there as well now.
It's not ideal. That seems to be a lot of blockages coming into the last part of the lap.
And Melvin now goes a 10th quicker. He now pops it 22.7. Times are tumbling, folks. Times are tumbling. That was definitely not Australian. I don't even think it was meant to be. I don't even know what that was.
I was going to say, what was that? Times are tumbling! It sounded a bit more American.
It was a little bit, yeah. I got lost. I took the wrong flight.
Tell you what, Melvin needs to go on to the hard compound tyres and just stay on them, please.
Oh, TJ's gone very, very deep into turn 3. Easily done there. Cost him a hatful of time. Look who else is on a lap. Luke Shard's on a cool down. Bergmeister's back on track. He had a bit of a controller glitch early on. Oh, and he's lost it. Oh, and he's got damage to his wing. Loses it outside of turn 6. Or turn 5, sorry. Oh, it's so easily done as well. Clip that inside curve and you are just a total passenger. Not having much luck. The Mercedes man lost that wing and the end plate. Pardon me. Don't think he'll have time to get back into the pits either and change it.
Yeah, it's definitely a really long lap, to be fair, if you're losing a wing round here.
Yeah, I lost mine in outside of turn 2 and it was horrible trying to get back. It was a very, very long lap.
But don't worry, Bert Mylander heard that you were in trouble and just came out to do some laps for you.
Yeah, it didn't. Well, it did eventually. Took a while. I did when Bertland Islander went in the pits. That was the problem. So let's have a look. Vince on a hot lap as well at the moment. Everybody now out on the soft tyres. They've done the medium runs, they've seen where the grip is, and they've seen the lap times tumbling. Can't afford to let Melvin or Roundy get away with it, so how's Vince going to cope as he crosses the line and does a 1:23.4, pops that into third. Great lap. And I think that's quite scary. He's, well,
obviously Mindful's not happy with that. It's coming up for another lap.
Yeah, so is Roundy as well. So is Roundy, so let's have a look. Mindful is in the last sector. So we've got one Mercedes struggling and one Mercedes up in fourth. This is reminiscent of last year, isn't it? Actually reminiscent of this year. So let's have a look. Let's ride on board. Actually, I don't think we really should ride on board with the Mercedes. We got done for that last time. Yeah. But we'll have a go anyway.
Well, I don't know. The Banshee did a great lap there, up into sixth.
Yeah, that's a really good lap. Great improvement. And very close to Batmizo's time as well of getting into fifth, but sixth is actually a really good place. Let's have a look into turn 3. 4 man for Wasp. Doesn't go too wide. Can straighten up and get round into through there. How's he managed through 5? He goes flat out and he's absolutely fine. Keeps away from the curbs. Tries to get late break as he possibly can. Take as much of that curb and keep the speed, keep the momentum through 6 and 7. Round 8, all flat out. Let's have a look into 9, which is Clark. It's now been shortened and made, well, not as tight as it will be. Through 10, flat out down this back straight, as we call it. It's not a straight at all. Takes the wide line, entry into 11, clips the curb, absolutely lovely, and he's invalidated going through the 12. Oh, I'm going to stop riding on board with people. Oh, there's a bit of argy-bargy as well, as he still wants to continue his lap and maybe head in. Oh, so unlucky though, so unlucky. He was up on his time. That could have sent him, well, potentially up to where around he is, but let's have a look now. The McLaren man on his lap, going through the second DRS zone. The Alpha Tauri really got out of the way. Let's hope he hasn't been hampered too much. Roundy takes every bit of curb as well, trying to make the most of every bit of track. And he's still got right on the right line. That goes too deep into 15. Oh, I don't know if he was up on his time, but that now is really going to hurt, and he will have lost absolutely everything that he'd gained. And does he backs out of it?
Yes, we got Melvin. Obviously, Melvin was feeling a bit nervous. He's gone for another lap.
Yes, let's ride on board with the Haas man. He crossed the line with 15 seconds left to go, and he makes a mess in turn 1.
Didn't see that coming.
No, not at all. Mindful's having another go. He's just gone purple in the first sector, nearly 2 tenths up. Let's see how those soft tyres hold on as he's putting the extra fight through them. Let's hope he's got enough ERS. Let's have a quick look at the telemetry. He's got 33%. A couple of braking zones coming up, so that will help, but hopefully he won't use all his deployment. How's he going to get through? Oh, he actually got away with it there. Got away with it through 12 this time round, so you can actually jump the curb. Looking at that, look at the angle we had. Drops it into.
Must have to adjust your ride height settings to bounce the curbs around here because they're pretty aggressive.
They are. They must be running really wide, a really high ride height. Let's have a look. How's he going to get through into 15? Fuel light flashing away. Is he going to have enough to get across the line before he goes into low fuel mode? Hopefully he will. Full acceleration towards the line. Holds it in 7. Just crossed to 8th, and he does. He goes second. Does improve on his time. Is Roundy on a lap? He's not on a lap. Let's have a look. Backmeaser, is he on a lap? He is. The Red Bull in 5th currently. Coming towards the end. Let's see how he gets on. Plenty of ERS. His fuel light flashing away as well, but not going to worry about that. So rounds the last corner. Power down towards the line. DRS wide open. Is the improvement for the Red Bull? He does. He moves to 4th. He moves up a spot. Paulo Costa. There he is. Finally, we saw him in a bit of trouble. But now the McLaren's 3rd and 4th. Great lap from Costa. Really great lap.
It's definitely battling for hundredths of a second at the top there. So close between the top 5.
Yeah, it really, really is. And there we are, folks. That's your qualifying done for this week. We have Melvin. He is in pole position for just under, well, 800ths of a second from Mindful Wasp. Roundy, the first of the McLarens, in 3rd. Paulo Costa in 4th. Black Meadow takes 5th. Vince Vaughn in 6th. Rob Smith 7th, ahead of the Haggis F1 of our resident Banshee. E17 takes 9th. Chelsea, or Spurs. I don't know what we're going to call him. I don't know if I dare call that. Chelsea takes 10th, and then let's have a look at, they're starting the soft compound tyres. Notorious Kieran, he takes 11th. Gicky Matthews, the Gecko, he takes 12th. Mr. Goodyear, or Mr. Michelin, he takes 13th. Phones for you, he's in 14th. Luke Shard 15th. Necromancer 16th. Bergen, Purgemeister, Johnny Smooth and Red Card, no time set, and they will start at the back of the grid. So... That's a question that Martin's put up. It was obviously before me. Who was the first... Where was the first race stream? And apparently there's a commentator called Modge on there. Apparently.
No, I don't remember that one. That was like a different lifetime ago, I think that.
Like reincarnated as the Stoob.
Yeah. The Stoob is a much better driver than Modge ever was, so...
As I can hear Nitro trying not to laugh too hard at that one. So we will move swiftly on.
Do you know what it's trying to do to me? It's trying to put me on a soft and a set of hards for a one-stop. Or a soft medium.
It did that to me. Yeah, it did try that to me, the soft to the hard compound tyres, and I just did not trust at all. No. And to be fair, with the amount of safety cars that we've had, well, who takes the risk? That is going to be the question. I don't think we've really seen any of the hard tyres. I think we saw it in Tier 1, didn't we? The hard tyres go quite well again. And I think there is only one driver that can actually make them work, and that is Kid Dynamite.
Yep. He that was a superb... It was almost similar to kind of what Dak Invertible did in Tier 3. He was just unlucky towards the end, but Kid Dynamite just made them work.
Yeah, did. Well, actually, speaking of that, Ryan and Bergen both starting on the hard compound tyres early on. Johnny Smooth and the Gecko there on the medium tyres. Everyone else has... What have you done?
So, well, this is the thing, right? Me and Baldy were going side by side into turn 1, and there must have been literally the slightest of touch. Like, I mean, infinitely slightest. And it's kicked me back to the grid. Because I've been a naughty boy.
Yes. And that's strange, it used to kick both drivers to the grid, so the fact that it hasn't is interesting.
Yep.
To say the least. Fingers crossed
at least
for
it's not like
a good start.
It's not as bad as it used to do, because I'm pretty sure your tyres are still sat at 80 degrees now when you get DQ'd to the grid.
Yeah, I think it does keep the tyres at the temperature that they were. You know, when the AI takes over, it will keep those tyre temps, I do believe.
Yeah, I can't. I'll tell you as soon as it gets back to the grid, because at the moment I'm not allowed to look at anything.
No, you don't, do you? I know.
Nah.
It's a bit of a flaw.
Because you've been a naughty boy.
Well, see, to be fair, I'm surprised I've not been pulled up for it beforehand based on some of my comments. But anyway, I'll tell you one thing that I love. I have no cars in front of me. I've got a clean run down to turn 1. I like this.
I see a pole position coming in your near future, Mr. Jenkins.
I don't know, I think I found all those cars that you're missing. They seem to be coming around the last corner now.
That's a bugger. Wait a minute, hold on, let me look behind. Nope, nothing. Oh no, there's a Melvin-shaped Max Verstappen just gone past me.
The fastest Haas in the West.
Exactly.
Fastest Haas down under. That is tonight.
Yeah. A couple of McLarens there as well.
That's going to be interesting. Turn 1, so there we are. Predictive pit stop strategy. Soft to the hard compound for the one stop. Soft, mediums, or you could change it to soft, medium, softs. And, well, we're sure of plenty of excitement. We're looking down the grid as the last cars join at the back there. We've got Purgemeister, Johnny Smooth and the Williams, and, of course, our very own Nico Hulkenberg, Super Sub, there joining in 20th. So we're joined back to the front. Here we go, folks. The lights are ready to get going. Got the timing glitch back. We haven't had that for a little while, but there we are. 4 lights are on, 5 lights, and we are ready to go. Racing down for the final time, and we're away. Good start from Melvin. Good start as well from Man for Wasp. McLaren's following in suit. Melvin doesn't seem the need to defend. There's a Ferrari looking at the inside, but there's a... Man for Wasp had a quick look, a little dart out, but I think it's caught himself out. And the McLarens have gone through. Vince has taken Paulo Costa further back. Is he going to have a fight back as Paulo into turn 3? He's not. He's going to hold station. So I don't know what happened there to Man for Wasp. That's really unlucky. I think he did have a quiet look into turn 1 and maybe caught the back and sent him spinning.
Man for Wasp, Foam Ranger and East 17 obviously all caught up in something.
Yeah, once for you, East 17 got caught up. Riding up 4 places already. Bergen's holding station in 17th. Maybe had to do a bit of avoiding action, but up in front. 1.5 seconds already is our very own Flying Dutchman. He is away. And now we've got the lead McLaren of Roundy. He's got Vince Vaughn all over the back of him. Paulo Costa following suit. And of course, our very own. Oh no, we don't!
The Banshee's gone!
The Banshee's spun! Please tell me there's no damage.
No damage, we're alright.
Good, good, good. To get it going again. So we'll go back to that. But now got back Mizo. Paulo Costa's really dropped off the back of the second and third. Back Mizo again 2 seconds further back. He's got Chelsea for company. And back Mizo pits already. Don't know if he had damage. That's why he was dropping back. But Notorious Kieran, he's a second back. Purgemeister in now the lead. Mercedes, he's in 7th. Necromancer in the other half has got the Williams for company pulling out into turn 1. The other Williams further back as well. Johnny Smooth had a great start. Purgemeister, oh, that was a bit close. But the Williams does get the move done. Tried to outbrake Necromancer, and the outside of turn 1 didn't make that. Hold it.
So Bag Mazo and Rob Smith had it coming together coming out of turn 2. And I'm having to change my wing.
Oh, nightmare. Nightmare. There's nothing worse than when you think everything's absolutely fine and then suddenly it's not and the game decides to change it for you.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I came out of the 11-12 chicane, was following Paulo Costa, and both of us got onto the grass. So,
he got away with it, and that's where that explains Paulo Costa's gap, but unfortunately kicked yourself into the wall.
Well, at least you weren't the only one that took a front wing. Rob Smith and Back Mizo both took front wings in the pits as well.
Yep, just need a safety car now.
Well, you've said it now, haven't you? You've gone and said it. So we've got Geki Matthew going round. Wow, who was that? I think that was Necromancer going very sideways through 11. Wow, that was a bit leery for him. And unfortunately my laptop's died. So we're going in blind at the minute, so if there are any comments, we'll get back to you shortly. But we'll still continue. Roundy now sets the fastest lap of the race. He's closing the gap. We're within a second of the leader. DRS now enabled later on this lap, but we've got a little bit of a train forming here. Geki Matthew leads them round for Man for Wasp on the trail. He dropped at the start in turn 1. Necromancer 2 seconds further back. Then you've got Johnny Smooth. Phones for you. Luke Shard, he's 17 as well, a little bit further back. As then Necromancer goes very deep, and I'm sure Johnny Smooth collected the back of it, nothing he could do. But hopefully there's not much damage there, and hopefully he can continue on his way. But he's coming up, closing. He's going to have a look into turn 3. The side-by-side, there's big contact into the side, gets away with it, doesn't spin Johnny Smooth, but Phones for you is now past him into 12th. Well, let's have a look closer up. We've got Purgemeister on the back of Notorious Kieran. That gap with Roundy and Melvin's hovering about a second so far. A bit close quarters there. There's a few little taps there that you don't normally see from the Tier 4 drivers.
Yeah, obviously everyone's just trying to get into a bit of a rhythm. It seems to be a bit of a chaotic start, so hopefully it'll just cools off if the laps go on.
Yeah, hope so. Johnny Smooth and phones for you, Johnny Barber, and he's again into there. Oh, who was that? I think that was Necromancer getting very leery. Going to leave himself very, very vulnerable now as there's almost 3 abreast fighting for room. I tell you what, Phone Range had a really good run and really makes having a go there. Necromancer trying to get back in this wheel banging all the way through 13, that's 14 as well. They're going to go into 15. There's more wheel banging. They hit each other yet again. Phone Range, Necromancer, big contact between them. Both going to lose places, hand over fist. And Necromancer's now back on track, now down in 14th. Fallen Rangers spawn again out the last corner. He's lighting up those rears. They're going to be absolutely cooked.
That's definitely one for the stewards later on.
I think that's, yeah, to say the least, I think, with that one. Backmeals gets a penalty as well. TJ's got one as well. So let's go to the front. Melvin and Roundy.
PSC.
Yeah, virtual
PSC.
safety car now is out. I think that is for, it's for, unfortunately, for funds for you. He's managed to wedge himself in it. I didn't even know that existed, that little road. Hopefully he managed to get himself out. He's got no front wing either. That'll be where that's for. Blocking the pit lane.
Full safety car, come on! Where's Michael Massey where you need him? Hold on. Michael, safety car.
Please.
No, Michael, no, this is not right.
Listen, you!
I'm sorry, Banshee, we've gone car racing.
We have. As Four Rangers now found his way into the pits finally. Managing to make a recovery.
Oh, we got speed in the...
Yeah, TJ, he was up in 7th as well, up 6 places from his start. Purgemeister's up 12 places. It seems to be the guys in the midfield have really made big gains.
Yeah, they sure as our own super sub Nico Hulkenberg's not up to 13th.
Yeah, we'll just be taking his time as E17's one of the first to kind of pit a little bit early there, but there's a yellow flag in Sector 3, that's now cleared. Now someone went a little bit wide. This gap just hovering around a second. So we've got E17 in the pit lane. Let's have a look who else. We've got Backmeasle in the pits as well. Maybe they've had a bit of contact, a bit of a few excursions. They may just decide to... Right, now I did see Ryan Pitt on lap 1. And now he's got the medium tyres on, so I don't know if... He's had, I think, even in any tier, I know he's reserving tonight, is our very own Nico. But lap 1, he seems to have the worst luck, where he gets caught up in something most races.
Yeah, he even in our own tier 2 race on Monday, he got caught up in something that cost him his front wing. But he's pretty good at getting his head back down after an incident, and obviously sticks the tyres on, just keeps on driving.
He does, and he didn't have a great recovery up to second, and I don't think he was actually far away from the victory as well. So he likes it round here, and I know he does work hard to get his setups right, and so did very, very well. Now up to 11th as well, 4 seconds further back as now TJ is going to serve his drive-through penalty. Purgemeister, he's on the charge. He's on the back of Notorious Kieran with his teammate not far behind as well on the recovery of Mindful Wasp. Night Shadows coming up to close up on Vince Vaughn. Coming out of the way to Knots as well.
That gap's coming down to Melvin at the front as well.
It is now only 0.6 of a second. It did widen a little bit to back over second, come back down. It feels like we should be a bit further. The amount of action that we've had, I feel like it's a bit further in the race. We're only on lap 6.
Yeah, to be fair, I just looked and I was like, this is lap 6. I thought it was lap 10 to be fair with everything that's been going on.
There's been action throughout yet again as look at this Purgeman. Tell you what, I didn't think that was ever going to be a passing place, and so many people have overtaken going through into 11. That takes bravery and absolute great skill and good awareness as well. There's not been an incident in there, so that's fantastic from all them. But look at this. Roundy's got the DRS. He's going to try and fight with Melvin. This could be huge for the championship as well. Trying to take points off the leader. Let's have a look at Roundy's got the DRS again. Is he going to be close enough to 10-3? Not this time around.
Melvin seems to have great grip coming out these corners. It's definitely saving him down these DRS straights.
Yeah, let's have a quick look as well at the ERS situation. 71%, 82 for Melvin. And it is a track that you can save it a little bit, and it will, it will recharge, I should say.
Yeah, it makes a nice change after Brazil where it's almost impossible to get it back once you've run out. So it's nice that you can almost strategize where to use it here.
Yeah, exactly that. I think it was... let's have a think. It would probably... yeah, take about maybe 4 laps or so, I think I would say, to have a look. And look at this, Chelsea, Paulo Costa. Chelsea's got back as well, same place, 11. Chelsea now into third. Against the other McLaren, battling away, but he passed too early as Paulo Costa got the DRS. Not close enough this time, but now round it, right on the back of the Haas, pushing it round through Prost. I had to word that one carefully. And then through the last corner, gets the DRS wide off, this wide on board. He's got double DRS, don't forget, folks. Is he going to get it done first time? We are side by side. Through, he gets it done already before the braking of turn 1. Runs a little bit deep though. Melvin, is he going to be close enough? He's not, but don't forget, we are double DRS. It opens again on the McLaren. Almost means Melvin has not got an answer. Now we have a new leader. Paulo Costa as well. Double DRS has got his way back, but as that... No, it wasn't. I think he might have gone off track and allowed the Aston Martin back through. If that's the case, then they want full credit for sportsmanship.
Yeah. Got to give credit where credit's due.
Yeah, certainly do. Young Portuguese driver.
Tell you what's gone very quiet in our third commentator box again.
Well,
Paul de Resta here.
Yeah, sorry, young Paul de Resta is here. Once the visor's down though, different animal. Now Manful Wasp on the back of Purgemeister. There seems to be a few battles. We've got the top 2, then a large gap of 10 seconds, 2, 3 and 4, another 10-second gap to 5 and 6, and then a few gaps throughout the field. One of the closest, you'd have to say, is Luke Schadenbergen, 13th and 14th. And this is unusual for Tier 4, there's not usually many gaps that seem to appear. They normally seem to have good groups of drivers, but it's a bit difficult, and this is the 2 Mercedes boys going at it. Manful want to be passed for the championship. We've seen the pace that he's had, but Purgemeister's not a slouch.
Yeah, you can. He's definitely going to put up a fight even against his own teammate.
Yeah, with DRS in operation.
DRS though.
Yeah, kind of moved over a little bit. Didn't really fight it too hard. Just kind of knew it was going to come. There's now Paulo Costa, first of the leading bunch to pit. He's got 8 laps on those soft tyres. I think it's not a bad shout about that time period to...
Go for the hards though. That's a interesting strategy choice.
Yeah, maybe thinks there's not going to be any safety cars at all, and he can go to the end on them. 20 laps on the hard tyres can easily be done. Let's see if he makes them work.
I can't imagine it's going to be a fun drive though.
No, yeah, exactly. Now Melvin's got a 3-second penalty.
Seems to be really struggling to close that gap down at the front, even with being in DRS range.
Yeah, he does a little bit at the moment. Yes, keeps about 8/10ths back. Just seems to be hovering around there. None of the leaders pit just yet. Let's have a quick look down at another battle we've got. We've got Johnny Smooth, who's been in the thick of the action early on, and of course the Alpine driver Rob Smith, he was in a bit of action early doors. A little bit of wing damage on lap 1.
Is Chelsea in the pits as well?
Yeah, linking from third, but maybe trying to cover off Paulo Costa. Mindful Wasp pitted as well. Oh, his teammates pitted same time. Oh, stacking at the Mercedes garage. That's not going to help Purgemeister with his battle and his run as well. But they have a good gap to Kieran, who's also pitted. This must be the time now. Let's see if Paulo Costa, is he going to get back past Chelsea with the undercut? He's not. As we're looking at the time, we're leaving the whistle with Rob Smith. He's had a bit of a moment with Johnny Smooth, and Bergen as well has got through. Let's have a look how we're getting close. There's Paulo Costa. Look at that, right on the back. Hard compound tyres against the mediums as well, so you'd expect to see Chelsea disappear off, but all stranger things have happened.
I'll tell you what, Mindful just lost out there into the first corner to the super sub.
Yeah, still going along on the mediums. Potentially do 200 mediums if we make some last 15 laps or so. Yeah, it could be done. Go medium, medium. Potentially.
Just got to see about any of those pesky safety cars. Change everything.
Yeah, I certainly do. We've seen plenty of them already this week. I think there's one driver in particular who'll be happy to see one. as he
Yes,
tries
there's
to
some-
close down the Ferrari of Vince, who's battling with Luke Shard.
There's some iron brew coming your way, Michael. Just look out for it.
Special delivery
Yes.
from Mr. Braveheart himself. It's quite subdued. There are a few little battles going on, but it's quite a subdued race, I would say, so far.
Nice easy move there from Vince to get Luke Shard.
And we've got Bergen having a go at the Alpine as well. Rob Smith. Rob Smith's not giving it up. Is he going to try and defend on the inside? He is. Oh, super extra grip as well from Bergen. What are we seeing?
Luke Shard's gone round, just coming out of the chicane at 11 and 12.
Yeah, no damage though to the Alpha Tauri, so he managed to continue on his way. Not very lucky there.
T.Y. Goodyear's had a spin, trying to go into the pits.
Yeah, and he manages it though. He's on the medium tyres as well. And that was Johnny Smooth, sorry. Johnny Smooth we saw there, sorry, apologies. TJ as well. Also, both Williams boys as well are pitting. So that'll be double stacked as well. Mindful on the back of Nico. Fresh tyres for the Mercedes. 10 lap old mediums for the Super Subs. Now Roundy pits. Roundy's the first, he is the leader, he pits now. Had a free pit stop, there was nobody else at Chelsea, 35 seconds behind, everyone pitted before the top two. So we'll have to have a look at the gap when he leaves the pits and see how that comes down. Let's have a quick look at him. Still trundling down the pit lane. Very slow down here. Only 36 mile an hour. I don't know what that is in kilometres. I'm sure some of our European viewers can tell us.
Can't help you there. I'll check the comment section.
It might be 50 kilometres an hour, I think it is.
Very slow, very, very slow, almost as bad as Silverstone. So 21.9 seconds the gap. Call it 22. And let's see how much that drops over the lap. See where Melvin is. He's in the middle of sector 2 as we speak. Roundy's got a nice clear track ahead of him. Hasn't come out in any traffic at all. So how are those soft tyres looking on the Haas? A little bit of a drift through 12. Nothing major. Nice and steady. 21.6 now, 21.5. The gap is coming down slightly. So is the undercut going to work? Is it going to be powerful enough? Is Melvin going to pit this lap and 60 kilometres an hour, Avanash says. There it is.
There we go.
Melvin does pit. He does pit. The gap hasn't gone down too much. Only by about half a second that lap. So Roundy now coming into the final sector. He knows that Melvin's pitted. He wants to keep it fast, keep it clean while the mediums come into temperature. Let's have a quick
Melvin's
look at
in his box. Mediums going on.
Paulo Costa's actually doing okay on the hard compound tyres, but let's have a look. Melvin coming down to the edge of the pit lane. Speed limiter's going to be off, but Roundy's going to be a full whack, full speed, and does retake the lead. Goes through turn 1 unchallenged. Melvin, well, actually probably lost a bit of time through there. Yeah, he is over 2 seconds back now.
Undercut worked perfectly there for Roundy then.
Sorry, I like that one. I like that one. That's definitely one for safety cars. If we should get one, but there's only one person that we know does. There's now Geki Matthew is coming under pressure from the Super Sub, and also Mindful Wasp is going to be desperate to get past. He's going to have the DRS. It's a virtual safety car.
DSC.
Now, where is that? What could have caused it? I think TGS it was. It was TJ Goodyear. The Williams has gone round, lost his front wing, coming out of, well, end of the first sector actually. So I wonder if that's the turn 5, the infamous turn 5. Very easy to be done. So who's going to take advantage? Who's going to pit? Vince Vaughn, he in the Ferrari, he's pitted.
I don't know. Many people don't really jump at the opportunity for pitting under VSC. It's not quite as much of as an advantage, is it?
No, exactly. Yeah, and it could be out a while, as we have seen previously. Oh, as Paulo Costa got caught speeding in the pit lane, he was running fourth and on a great strategy, and that's going to kill him. Melvin's pitted. Melvin's pitted again. Now then, we're going to run on board. I don't know if he'll have had damage. This is going to be interesting. He's only been out one lap.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to maybe go for the hearts.
Could potentially.
You could go to the endo on mediums, could you not?
He's just driven straight through. I wonder if he had a drive-through or thought he had a drive-through.
So you can't serve drive-throughs under the VSC, can you?
It ended just as he was coming to the pit. Interesting. That gives Chelsea now second place in the Aston Martin. And now, of course, Super Serve is up to 4th. Mindful Wasp following him as well. Geki Matthew 13 laps on his medium tyres. He'll start to feel those begin to drop away a little bit. We've got Purgemeister there. Paulo Costa served his drive-through straight away. He's now down in 8th place, but not far away from Purgemeister. Let's see if we can hopefully keep up with him on the hard tyres. There's Necromancer and TJ on them as well. Johnny Smooth on the soft tyres. Phone Ranger's gone 9 laps on the softs as well, so he'll be looking to pit soon. Up ahead, that's a lapped car of that pass this evening. It was Necromancer. He's just been lapped by Rambo, and he's going to be lapped as well. There he goes by Mindful Wasp. But up ahead, Roundy clear, streaks away 15.6 seconds now. The gap to Chelsea in second. Melvin's got the penalty. He now across the line. He's done a drive through as well. Mindful Wasp not giving up on the back of Ryan though.
It's been there for a while now. Don't know what's underneath the Aston Martin today, but it seems super quick, to be fair.
It is 2nd and 4th currently. And going well. That's Ryan put on those laps at the those tyres at the end of lap 1.
Whatever those Aston Martins have, the Alpines don't.
10th and 12th for the blue pair.
It's just that they're not called Rangers F1. I think that's the bonus they got there.
Yeah.
Do you know the thing is, I just looked at the laps and we're only half distance. I know I'm not rising to it. Yeah, half distance.
Another yellow.
Now Vince has gone as a yellow. He's lost it through turn 12, the infamous 12 that is very easy to do. But we've only got a yellow flag at the minute. Let's have a look on right on board with Ryan as he cuts a little bit.
Still there.
It's on the inside, yeah, really on the inside, so maybe not enough for a full safety car. Sorry, guys.
I'll get there eventually.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Already been cleared.
It has. And we go racing yet again.
Mindful's looking really close to the back of Red Car here.
He is only half a second further back, well within the DRS as Melvin sets the fastest lap of the race, really on the hunt. Ryan goes defensive, trying to keep out of the slipstream for Mindful Wasp. Manages to do it. Through turn 2 they go. Mindful hasn't really closed in, but he is now in the DRS, in the slipstream, not close enough this time round. Just clever driving from Ryan. I'm sure this is probably suits him this track as well, and that's probably why he's so quick, because the ERS gets charged quite quickly.
I know. He's actually got ERS to use. It's unbelievable. Unheard of. Oh, he's been tapped. He's gone.
Yes, he did get a little bit of a tap, and he's gone around. Oh, that's unlucky. It was shaped up to be a really good battle. Hopefully there's no damage to that Aston Martin. Let's have a quick look back at the rear wing, because that does get damaged as well. Looks okay from here. Purgemeister's retired. He was in 8th. Where was that? That is sector 2, and that's a full safety car is out. And it just as it picked up the leader, it did. He did pick up the leader. And I'm trying to work out what Ronnie's trying to do now. I think he was trying to get behind it, and he has just got behind the safety car. So Chelsea pits.
This is
Melvin's
interesting.
pitted yet again.
12 laps to go. 12 laps to go. Sorry, Morgan.
Sorry.
So that's going to be
he's gone for
interesting.
the pits.
Yeah, Mindful's in. Is that medium tyres for the Mercedes, man?
Melvin's gone for softs to try and get him to the end. It's a brave move.
It is. It's quite a way to go. Bergen's
So
gone.
Ryan.
Ryan's gone. came at a good time for Ryan. Bergen's in as well. Gecky Matthews in. And there we are. We're not going to ask for an insight. We'll see what everybody puts on, but there's going to be a bit of a mix. Let's have a quick look at the tyres. Paulo Costa, well, stays out. You can see why he's had the hard tyres on. He can still quite comfortably go to the end. Yes, people will be quicker, but he will last quite happily to the end. He only had 5 laps on his mediums, but actually missed the call for the safety car. He was already coming down the pit straight. So...
Ooh.
Going for the softs as well?
I have, and I've just got out in front of Rob. The interesting thing was the safety car Delta stopped as I was coming through the 11-12 chicane when it goes to catch the safety car, so you're just going flat out at that point to get round.
Yeah, it's a strange one, isn't it?
Yeah, and it might be due to the fact that it picked up the leaders early.
It could be, yes, because that's maybe where the Delta is. If they haven't caught the leader, it'll be under the Delta. And as soon as it catches the leader, it will change, so that's a good point.
Or you've usually got the really fun glitch where it says catch the safety car and then the Delta pops up and you're going way too fast.
Exactly. So if we go safety car for the next 2 laps, so that'll take us to end of lap 19, then you're into a 10 lap shootout on softs versus mediums versus hards. Interesting.
It could be all to play for at the end. I think just to see how the tyre life goes, see how many people, how they use the softs, because they can drop off after 8-9 laps that we've seen.
Yeah.
Some drivers are taking more. Mediums, we've got Paulo Costa on the hard compound tyres, Necromancer on them as well. Roundy's on 6-lap-old mediums. I think he just got really unlucky, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
With Chelsea and Paulo Costa behind him, though, I don't think he's that at risk as he would have been if there was a soft runner sat behind him.
Yeah, I mean, you could hope that Paulo Costa and Chelsea, like you say, we've got Melvin there. Ryan's going to be quick on the softs. Even Mindful Wasp on the mediums, he's going to be... If he can keep up with that, I think he's going to be really close towards the end.
Michael, double shipment of Iron Brew now coming to you.
Yeah, prayers have been answered.
They have.
What happened to the Iron Brews for the commentary team?
Oh, they're on their way as well.
Oh, that's what I need right now.
That's alright. That's okay.
I really fancy an Iron Brew and a deep 5 Mars bra. That's what we need right now.
Ooh, that would be good. Happy days. Actually, do you know what? The safety car, will it come in this lap? I think no, I don't think it will. I think
we've got one more. There's a few drivers going back through, still through start of sector 2, so we may have another lap behind the Aston Martin.
As long as it's not one of these really late calls that we had in Brazil, where it kind of caused a bit of chaos.
Yeah, it did, but no, we're going round one more time, folks, so we'll have, 11 racing laps after this one, as we wait for a few drivers to catch up to the back. The last one now is, who is it? He's 17, he's going to catch the back. He's the last one on the lead lap, actually.
I really think that this game needs some way to let the lapped cars to go past, because obviously I'm seeing TJ and Phones for You sat in front of Night Shadow.
Yeah.
And it'd just be really good if there was a way in the game to clear them out the way.
Yeah.
It would, yeah. I mean, they do ghost already, but that doesn't help us now. Necromancer's pitted as well. He's put a fresh set of medium tyres on. But I think you're right, it would be ideal.
Well, just wishing that EA are actually going to do something to fix this game for 22.
Well, difficult to make it any worse. With the glitches. We're going to get copyrighted there, aren't we? for slagging people off. Let's have a quick look before the safety car surely will go in this lap. Let's have a look at the penalties at the moment. Melvin is in 4th with 3 seconds. Bergen in 7th. Gecky Matthew, Notorious Kieran all have 3 seconds as well. Of course, Mr. Braveheart has 0 penalties. Rob Smith behind him with 3, Backmeaser with 3, and going down to Fawn Range with 3, TJ Goodyear with 6, and Necromancer with 3 as well. So there we are, folks. The lights are off on the safety car. It will be in at the end of this lap. The company, yeah, the driver's looking really good. Low penalty, well, not many penalties so far, keeping it really clean.
Especially in the top 7.
Yeah, really clean, really good. So Roundy now takes over the safety car duties. A few drivers weave and get that last bit of heat into the tyres. You're right, it can be quite difficult to get the heat back, especially those who have chosen the medium tyres. That's going to be really tough for them.
Hopefully he doesn't get that throttle glitch as well.
Oh, that's just a killer. It is horrible. Probably cost me quite good points in Mexico, but here we go. He caught Chelsea napping, and away he goes, quite clean for the getaway. Chelsea, I think, was trying to back up Paulo Costa, but already 1.4 seconds over the line is the gap. Paulo Costa's got a bit of Melvin for company, and they also got Mindful Wasp as well in close quarters. Ryan got caught napping a little bit as well. Look at that, wow. Melvin on the outside of turn 2 gets past, and now Mindful Wasp is also having a look at Paulo Costa. Those hard compound tyres not doing well, warming up as they're being contact. Just about keep away with it. Is there going to be contact through? And there was a little bit. Mindful Wasp's gone round. The Mercedes and Mindful is spun. Gone round. Oh, that was a little bit close. I think it's like 2 and 1 doesn't really go around there.
Tell you what, Roundy's done really well to get that, almost a 2-second lead right off the safety car.
He did. He really has. That shows a clear track of keeping focus there. So I think Nature did quite a good job there, Gavin, getting through some of those lap drivers. Up ahead, the Taurus Kieran fighting with the Red Bull of the Gecko.
Oh, Mindful spun again, and it looks like he's got his car stuck a bit.
Excuse me for that. A little bit of a coughing fit as now Melvin's got past into second. Melvin has got through on Chelsea, is now going to be hunting down that lead that he lost early on in that first round of pit stops. He's going to be hunting down the Mercedes, the McLaren man even. Mercedes powered, of course.
Just Mercedes obsessed you?
A little bit, yeah. As here we go, 2 Mercedes power cars coming down the main straight. That is Recca Paulo Costas. Oh, Ryan's lost it. Nico's managed to keep it out the wall and keep it going. I don't know if there was contact or just dirty air, and I think Backmeaser's had the same issue. He was. I don't think it was contact again. Is that just that little bit dirty? Yeah, get that curb, and you are just a passenger.
It's definitely not a good corner there for a few people.
No, turn 1 and 2 did not go well for 2 drivers now, and now we've got a good little battle going on. We'll keep away from him, we won't disturb, but Geki Matthew under pressure from the Haggis man as he goes into turn 9. Is he going to get the move done? Good move, good braking point. And now he'll chase down the Ferrari of Bergen. Bergen has gone. Oh no, Bergen had gone wide. There was the Ferrari. I thought it was Phone's Field, but it wasn't. It was Bergen. He's had a move. So now chasing down the hard-tired Paulo Costa. There's a yellow flag in sector 3. That's been cleared.
Bergen's missing half his wing. That's why he's driving so slow.
Oh no, I don't know if he'd had contact. We missed it completely there, so sorry for that, folks. But look at this. Now the battle for the lead. 8 laps left to go. Melvin's on an absolute hunt down to chase the Mercedes powered, as we'll go back to, but the McLaren. Let's have a quick look. We've done 2 stops, so he's on the soft compound tyres. DRS now back enabled. But luckily, our resident Banshee has got that gap from Geki Matthews, so he is pulled away and out of that DRS range. But no such luck for the leader. Roundy, 10 laps on those medium compound tyres. He's going to be praying for the grip to come back to them, praying for them to get up to temperature, praying for the grip, praying that the soft tyres do not last to the end of the race and that his hang on. Just could go a little way, folks. Of course, the double DRS to go. Bergen's pitted, Backmeaser's pitted. Phones for You has also pitted again. Yeah, it's unfortunate for Bergen. I didn't see who he was fighting with, unfortunately, so we missed that. Wing damage as well. I know he's having a good race, though.
Yeah, so unfortunately, Bergen's always got really good pace, so obviously damage is never a good thing at any track, but especially at this one with so many tight and twisty sections.
Yeah, it does hurt you. You're right there. It really can cause a lot of. It's a painful experience. I think at Form Range now it's DNF from the session. I think that's a full safety car. Full safety car. Now, hang on. Has Roundy? Roundy's managed to get past it this time, so he's going to have a lap under Delta. Now this could be perfect for Roundy as look at that. Braveheart straight into the pits.
It's got there's a gamble. There's a gamble here, right? Because we've got people who are going to be on mediums, etc. The soft compounds that are going to be aged. Nothing to lose, I suppose.
Yep.
Seems like
a little glitch. I actually nearly said, "Are you not moving out the pits?" But it is just a little bit of a glitch. And sat there for a little while.
2.6 seconds. 2.6.
Wow.
So,
wish my team did that. Man, always in the threes. How do you do that?
Puts the other Rangers car up into 6th.
It does.
Yep.
But let's have a quick look at the tyres, because a lot of drivers have stayed out there. So a few drivers, you know, taking the gamble, going ahead 6 laps. Then you got E17 Torres Keeman on medium. You've got Rob, obviously the teammate of RT. He's got 7 laps on his soft tyres. The Gecko is on 6 laps. Paulo Costa doing well. He's back up into 4th. He had a tricky opener safety car restart to get the hard tyres working, but he's showing really good pace, so this is a great outing from the McLaren man. Chelsea on the mediums. No, you see, no. He must be... Well, I'm interested to see what the delta is. Is he going to pit? He's not, so he's dipping out. Now this could help him, to be fair, with that tyre wear.
Yeah, it's a bit of a gamble, like the Banshee said, is if you want to take the risk on whether the tyres will last to the end. Obviously we said it'd last about 11 or 12 laps, so... I'm surprised Paulo Costa hasn't pitted under the safety car though to get out of those hards. That's going to be a horrible restart on them now.
It is going to be tricky. We saw it earlier, but there's a few people. Yeah, Kieran's now pitted. Now, there's a 14-second gap to Mr. Banshee. New front wing as well for the Alpha Tauri.
Yep.
So a slow pit stop.
So I've got Nico in front of me.
You do. And we know how good a defender he can be.
Baldy in front of him.
Yep. Everyone now on used tyres and aged tyres. So it's keeping the heat in them, keeping the grip. This is going to help all of them though towards the end. I think we got this about this time. I think in well, no, we had about a 3-lap sprint, didn't we, in Tier 2?
Yeah, we didn't even get DRS again in Tier 2 for the end.
No, we didn't. How true.
Because I had you trying to push me along so we could keep in front of Fox.
Yeah, I know. If we did have another lap, I'm not going to lie, even though with my penalty I probably would have had a move, but I don't think it helped. We were in a party and it was like, will you move? Come on. So folks, there's plenty of gap. Wouldn't surprise me if the safety car decided to dart in late this lap. Gaps aren't too big, as I think we've just had a spinner through 12. Who is it? Who was that? Spun. There it was. It was Necromancer. He's lost his wing. Necromancer lost his wing going through 12 under safety car conditions, so that's quite surprising, but it's not worked out well. It started off well for the Haas man, but unfortunately, I've got one more lap again, so we're going to have a 5-lap shootout, folks. Used tyres against great parts, fresh, soft compound tyres, currently in 9th with a field spared and mixture of tyres. Don't go anywhere, this is really going to be interesting.
The heart's going, I can tell you that, in the Banshee built mobile.
I don't think I've ever heard you this quiet.
It's a bit concerned, to be honest. I kind of think he's ill.
To be fair, my dad will be watching this right now and will tell me that anytime I commentate and race, I tend to have a little spin. And I've done it again today.
Where was I can't remember where you did it first time, and it didn't go
Italy.
too well. It was I was going to say was it Monza? Yeah, it was Monza, wasn't it? Yeah, that didn't go too well.
No.
I refrained from doing it for a while. I think I refrained from doing it. I think it was MRCX. Obviously, I've done MRCX, and I did it in a tier 3, I think.
Yeah, and then I did it in Japan, and I had a little spin. I did come back to second though in that race, so I'll take that.
You're going to get second in this race? Is that what I'm hearing?
No. If I can, let's put it this way: if I get back up to 5th, I'll be happy. If I don't get back up to 5th, this pit stop strategy hasn't worked.
Oh, I don't know about that. You have to try and get past Rob, and I don't think he's going to let you pass that easy.
Oh, is my teammate ahead of me? Oof.
Yeah, it's in 6th.
Oof, I'll need to have words.
Team orders activate.
Yes. Wait a minute. Otmar.
But look at the penalties. Obviously, Ryan on 3, Rob Smith, Gecky Matthew on 3 seconds, Melvin as well. So this could go any which way at the end here. Obviously, used tyres as well for them and a mix as well. Now, is the safety car going to have a late dart in? Necromancer is not far behind. I'll be surprised if we get another lap. It may be a late call. It is a very late call. Going into turn 15. There we are, Roundy then. backs it up. Let the safety car get well into the pit lane. And where's he going to go? He goes the same place he did last time, outside of the last corner. But Melvin didn't get caught napping this time. He is right under the rear wing. Got Chelsea laid back a little bit.
Just trying to let these two fight now.
It is. Paulo Costa, another penalty as well. Oh, that's so unlucky. Having such a great race. Now, nothing doing into turn 3, of course. No DRS. Probably won't be able till the second last lap, but those tyres on Melvin pushing the soft tyres a bit grippier, get up to temperature a lot faster than the mediums. Will take another lap or so. So if Roundy can keep him behind for another lap the way he's going, he might be back up to temps. But no, let's see if Braveheart on the fresh tyres while down in 9th can close up to Mr. Rambo, fighting with E17. But Rob Smith, his teammate, is now having a battle with Gecky Matthew, gets through into 5th, through into turn 9. He's now got a little bit for company. He's then got, wow, that's close, but now, sorry, missing at the front. Going into turn 11 yet again, we have Melvin and Roundy. And then Roundy goes back as Melvin had a moment. He had a big moment. So that's now allowed. Oh, unlucky Gav. But Chelsea now and Paulo Costa all having a bit of a battle. So allowed a little bit of moment for Melvin. He's lost another spot. Chelsea's now into 2nd. Paulo Costa's retaken him into 3rd. He has got another 3-second penalty, but that's not going to stop him racing, gaining as much ground as he possibly can. Those hard compound, he's using those hard compound tyres absolutely fantastically. That little battle's allowed Roundy to escape. There is a yellow flag in turn 3. Not sure who that was, but we'll keep on going.
It's Johnny Smooth. Spun into the last corner by the looks of it.
Yep. So let's have a go. Paulo Costa there, 1.2 further back. Melvin, 0.3 further back. And Rob Smith on the back of all these as TJ Goodyear's retired from the session. I think that might be in the pits. And unfortunately, I think Mr. Bibb had a moment somewhere and is now, unfortunately, in 14th.
Yep. I had a little, Mr. Rambo was not his fault at all, but going through the 11-12 chicane, he was a little bit slower, went round the outside, and you know what these cars are like, as soon as you make a slip.
That's unlucky. That is really unlucky. What? Anything can happen, mate. Keep on going. There's still penalties ahead, and a few battles, anything can happen. We've got a little bit further down. E17 is battling away with Red Car Rambo, with the Torres Kieran, Bergen and Manful Wasp all in close quarters as well. They're right behind Gecky Matthew. There's another yellow in sector 3. Not sure who that is that's gone round. Could potentially be Bergen. E17's had a really good move there into 14. But look at this, the red cars and the Red Bull. Gecky Matthew, wow, Ryan had to go on the outside, but there he goes steamrolling back in. And there's carnage into 15. That's Ryan being pushed wide from Gecky Matthew. Gecky Matthews lost the rear, and so is Ryan. This is allowing quite a few cars to go past. The Kieran, Manful Wasp, E17 all get through there. Bergen's going to be throwing a lifeline, but look at this, Kieran and Manful Wasp side by side into turn 1. Can't make it go. Retired from the session, Red Car Rambo. He didn't make the end, unfortunately. I think he cooked his tyres and may have ended up in a little bit of a wall. Bit of a hard place. That's really unlucky.
I can imagine the colourful language that's going into our favourite group chat in a minute.
Yeah, I can imagine that's going on. Oh yeah, we'll skip past that at this moment in time. But now, after fighting for the lead and briefly taking the lead yet again, Melvin is under pressure. Flying Dutchman under pressure from the other Haggis F1 team. Star, unfortunately, they shot a little bit further back at the moment, but not far off getting some points. So let's see, another one more lap to go after this one, folks. Necromancer now gets a 3-second penalty. Unfortunately, he's struggling away in 16th place. The current last of the runners so far, we have lost 5 drivers. Red Car Man, but TJ Goodyear, Phone Range, Purgemeister and Vince have all retired from the session. Yellow flag in sector 3. I'm not sure if someone's gone round. It's now cleared, so maybe gone a little bit wide. But now that gap from Osmith just peaked out a little bit. All about a second, 1.5. That Melvin, Paulo Costa's got that extra penalty, don't forget, as well. Let's have another quick look at that. There we are, 3 seconds to Melvin. Rob Smith, E17 could be in a place to get a few. Well, let's have a look. He's, how far is he? 2.5. He's probably not far off getting a podium if E17 keeps this up.
It's never the way people want to do it under the penalties, but it's always a nice feeling when you can grab that podium last second.
Yeah, it is. You're very true there. You just think, well, there's no need for me to take risks. But Rob Smith's had a big moment. He's now dropped 2 seconds further back from the back of Melvin. He was pressuring him really hard early on, and now he's going to fall into the clutches of E17. This is going to enable Melvin. He's on the back for the last podium spot. He's using his ERS. A lot there, though. Have a quick look. 8% for the Haas driver. Paulo Costa as well. 8% under his defence. DRS is enabled. Is the Haas going to have a look into 14? He goes later and makes a move. There's contact. But he does keep it on track, so you'd have to say it was late, but that was a heck of a move. And I think he's used a superior grip of the soft tyres there.
Yeah, it's just as it's coming into the last section now.
Yeah, unfortunately, Paulo Costa is not going to be really close enough, but there we are, folks. So he got sidetracked with the action. Roundy does take the victory on track. Chelsea finished second. Melvin, with that last gas pass, takes the podium in third. Paulo Costa, what a great drive from him on those soft tyres, takes fourth. E17 is fifth. Rob Smith does drop to sixth. Mindful Wasp in seventh. Difficult day at the office for him. Bergen gets fastest lap in the end. He finishes ninth behind Notorious Kieran. Bakmizo gets the final point, and unfortunately Mr. Lanchi takes 11th. Johnny Smooth 12th. The Gecko Geki Matthew is 13th. Luke Shard a lap down in 14th, and Necromancer crosses the line in 15th spot. Well, it kind of went quiet for a little bit in that opening part, and then at the middle of the race, and then went berserk again.
Yeah, just after it all calmed down, we had an absolute chaotic 5 laps there.
Really did. We really have done. Well, I was a bit unlucky there, Gav, I think, for you.
Yeah, I mean, with Bergen's demotion for Tier 3, I'll get a point, which is fine.
Yep.
Do you know what? It was one of those races. I'm not the biggest fan of the track. I kind of had that moment and then had another moment. So, it's a yo-yo race. It's a bit like Brazil. But we'll come back in Abu Dhabi. I mean, there we go.
Yeah, exactly. Certainly will. Certainly will. Only 7 days' time, not even that. 5 days' time when we'll be back there. But there we are. Roundy takes the top spot. Chelsea, great race from him. From 10th on the grid, finishes in second. Our Flying Dutchman takes another podium to add to his tally. Paulo Costa, another great drive, start fourth. One stop to the hards and finishes fourth. E17 in fifth. Bob Smith in sixth. Mindful Wasp, Notorious Kieran. Bergen will get the 5-place penalty for being a Tier 3 driver. So that will promote Bakmizo and Night Shadow into the points. Of course, all results are current. Sorry, I can't think of my words now. Completely lost track of my words there. Don't know where I was going with that. There are preliminary results, folks. There are stewards' inquiries later this evening. Results could change. There could be racing incidents. There could be penalties applied. We may even see some drivers further outside of the top 10 gaining points after all, but we shall wait and see. But still a good race. Really interesting race, that one.
Yeah, we've had some great races here over the past couple of days, so just tier 4 to round it off for us all. I think less safety cars than most of the other tiers, so they did well there.
They certainly did. A few VSCs, and I thought at one point after we had about 2 VSCs, I didn't think we were going to get a safety car, and well, Banshee prayed hard enough, and he got his wish.
It was an act of God. That's all I'm going to say. I learned.
Is that what we're calling it? Is that what we're calling it? A God act.
Exactly.
Well, there we are, folks. Thank you so much for joining us this week. It has been an absolute pleasure. We've seen 4 amazing races. Action throughout. If you haven't seen any of the tiers, please do check them out. All will be up there on our YouTube channel for the foreseeable future. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Morgan, as always.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime, my friend. Anytime. And Gav, absolute pleasure.
Thank you as always. We'll be back Monday at 7 for Tier 2.
We certainly will, with yourself in the box. Who are you with next week? Do you know yet?
Who am I with next week? I think I'm with Mark Simban. No. Yes, I am. I don't know who I'm with at the moment.
So we're going to be banging the jungle drums on Monday.
Jungle drums on Monday. And then...
the Fishy Lion.
The Fishy Lion.
The Fishy Lion, yeah.
Not sure if he'll enjoy you saying that, mate, but yes.
And then we will be back. Well, first of all, we'll be back on Friday for MRCX. We'll be back here one more time down under. So if you've not got any plans Friday night, please do join us. We'll see a few different liveries as well, as always, for MRCX, and a good few battles of mixed tier races. Who will come out on top, it will have to be seen. But thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you all next week, if not Friday. Thanks very much. Have a good week,
Cheers
folks.
Out. Take care.